Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the NLC Spring 2025.
It is kind of on IG to actually, make meaningful plays, progress the game, and the fact that they didn't grab the first dragon or even any of these grubs is a pretty big win coming in for AL.
Yeah, objective-wise, they are eating good, but definitely seems to be one to shy where he's just trying to stack as much HP as possible. Meanwhile, second dragon has been started by Anyone's Legend, already at 4k HP. Jeje and Rookie slinking up on the right side. Teleport is coming in now from Flanger. It's going to be matched by the Shy as he rejoins with Jeje right below them. Hope trying to land some poke down. And there, gotta be wary about the flanks on both left and right from Rookie and Mako respectively, as now the dragon is leashed towards the Shy.
Okay, Rookie by himself though.
Flash
AL
on
pull
the
the trigger.
Rookie, and Rookie forced to flash over the wall. Seismic Shove doesn't find him, but getting slowed by Between Worlds. That's first blood going over to Anyone's Legend. Jeje forced to flash away, and this dragon is nowhere close to dying. Jeje pinned under the Krugs.
No.
He got crit blocked by the Krugs, and another Seismic Shove from Shanks is able to get the finishing blow onto him. 2 kills go over to Anyone's Legend, and they get the dragon too.
And now IG, they're going to be feeling the hurt in this game. They didn't get any of these dragons early on. They got 4 grubs going over to AL. And these losing lanes are continuing to hurt. The fact that they're missing damage here. Yes, you're going to have a little bit more HP and you'll potentially be tankier in a few minutes' time. But I'm just trying to start this up. Tarzan going to be in the area and has the smite.
A lot of flashes are down on the side of IG, though. Rookie and Jeje, no summoner spells available. 2.4k HP on the Herald. Anyone's Legend trying to turn towards the 3-man. Now they stun up Jeje, already popping the Crescent Guard, blocking as much damage as possible. Tarzan in trouble. Big engage from Mako with the Magnet Storm. The Shy goes in. The Needlework firing on all the frontline members. Pretty big advantage for IG, but look at the damage from Flanger. He's going crazy on the top. Aurora showing his dominance. Now popping in and out of visibility, and Gall is just trying to run for the hills. It looked good for a brief second for IG, but then Anyone's Legend silenced them in an instant.
And they don't even get the Rift Herald, so IG get almost fully ace there in that fight. And AL, they'll grab first turret, they get the first of 3, they're going to kill Gala, take his summoner spells at the very least. Tarzan escapes, they get top tier 1 as well. This is just going incredibly for Anyone's Legend, and this is the dominant showing that we needed to see from the second best team here in the LPL. For AL. 4 grubs still, so this mid-tier 1 is gone. So much gold here for the side of AL, and a great start to this game.
And if you're an Anyone's Legend fan, it brings...
I'm hoping that Rookie, because he's kind of has to be the X factor with the Silas ultimate, right?
Yep. You have to grab something that feels meaningful, and at this point, I don't know what he grabbed in the last fight. Hopefully he can get a Chain of Corruption. Shanks could be in trouble. Tries to flash. I think he flashed into the wall. This is not good for Shanks. Can the rest of Anyone's Legend bail him out? Yes, they can. Wallet diff is freaking real, baby. And Rookie is the first one to fall as the price, as Flanger just pops Jeje on the backside. And now it's just a 1 fight for Anyone's Legend. Shanks might have looked a little caught out there, but it was all an elaborate ruse.
He's got Seraphs already. He's got fully completed Seraphs. He's got a completed Boots. 10 stacks on the Dark Seal. Otacon even being taken here, and it's a voracious one. So that just means they're going to have free revives. If we thought this game was difficult enough for IG, it is going to get even tougher for them. As now AL, if they want, they'll even be able to start up this dragon. You see the pings are coming out. Nobody is alive from IG to be able to contest.
And TP is coming out towards top side. So yeah, IG not even interested in looking for another objective fight. This is definitely the part of the...
Despite the cook on the top tank, Jace, he has had games where, like we had a Vladimir game where I think he was pretty useless. That Nidalee top game that we were referencing a game ago versus JDG, felt like it was a pretty big pain point for them, and he has been playing for such a long time that I thought that maybe we wouldn't necessarily see him have such a big performance, but it's great to see someone like himself actually show up in this game.
Yeah, finding a big advantage against the Shy, who is now under fire, trying to defend this inhibitor tower, now forced away as the rest of Anyone's Legend. Oh, Tarzan just ready to send it. But you know what? They have the Otacon revivals, so might as well have a little bit of fun, test your limits there. KL not going to get interrupted on the portal take. Meanwhile, Rookie just split pushing. At this point, it's pretty much, for gold, trying to get back into the pockets of IG. Okay, Hope got stopped on the base, but I don't think IG really want to take this.
Guys.
Yeah, baby! Overextended. At least good use of the miss so that the Shy can avoid the seismic shove, but he can't avoid all the CC coming in from anyone's legend. It does come at the cost of Hope's flashing in for the Chain of Corruptions, but that gets the job done.
Did they just end?
Yeah, they could just look for the end. They have a 5 versus 3 advantage. Gala now finishes his base. He's got both summoner spells, but he's got to deal with Otacon revivals. Mako sending it big engage with the Magnet Storm, but everyone peels away. Mako under fire is now just gone. Gala down to his last bullet in the chamber, but he's just running away. He doesn't even want to look to fire it, and Hope puts an end to his life. Rookie, the last member standing on the side of IG, trying to retreat to the safety of his 1 inhibitor tower that has not fallen yet. And anyone's legend, they don't have another minion wave coming in anytime soon, so now they're going to take...
And that Void, that enhanced Scuttle, is going to knock out that last ward coming in. Rookie gets caught.
And he doesn't have Flash Alc. He tries to use the E over the wall, but Flandra's going to pop him super quickly. And now it's a 5-on-4 guarantee for the side of anyone's legend. If JJ wants to send it over the wall to deny Soul, that's the one option you can do, but then you would force a 5-on-3 for anyone's legend. So satisfying to see anyone's legend play a very clean game against IG. You know, it's one thing to play a clean game against, you know, some of the bottom teams that we have in the league, but the fact that IG have at least garnered enough series wins to make them, you know, a respectable middle-of-the-pack team in the league, anyone's legend getting a win like this is much more meaningful. And now, great flank by Flandra with the TP. Yeah, that should do it. Mako with the ultimate is going to try to stall for time. Jet just sends it into the backline, looking at least for either Shanks or Hope. But he's got to choose his target, and he cannot make up his mind. They're just too damn tanky, and they're too damn powerful. Anyone's legend will not drop a single death this game just to show how much better they are than IG.
And they even close it out with a clean ace for AL. They get all of the inhibitors. They're just going to be able to blow open this base, and it has just been a complete one-sided game coming in to start this series off.
Mako will try to save it, but we all know the result of this story. Anyone's legend takes first game against IG. This composition has got it all. I don't really see necessarily a weak point other than the fact that you're not going to get push against Misfortune.
Out on this wave, and JJ now sitting here getting ready. They have all their summoner spells here for anyone's legend's bot lane.
Yeah, good cancel by Gala with the Make It Rain. So now Hope is under fire. Rookie is here first as well. There's no TP available from Shanks or Flandra. Massive 4v2 bot lane dive, but Hope almost trades it on to Gala again. But KL will fall next, and IG pull off the dive.
You're going to be able to use this gold lead.
Yeah, Tarzan has Smite. Probably just going to walk away if JJ actually commits his own smite for the other one. And with KL here, gonna jump right on top of Mako. They know that he doesn't have flash. Yeah, this is a clean kill onto the support of IG, and they'll still get 2 grubs overall. The fact that Hope did not burn his flash in the...
Recognizing that mid-wave is a lot closer to Ezreal once he hits his back. So this is gonna turn into an invade coming in for IG.
Oh my goodness, Tarzan going on to the Gala, who just used flash and doesn't have barrier, but Jeje comes in to save him, and Tarzan could not pop the W in time. Now Shanks is in trouble. Can he get a chance to shift over the wall after throwing out the ultimate? Yes, he is safe for now, but Rookie is continuing the chase, lands the charm. Flandra forced to rejoin with his mid laner and try to protect him. Rookie out of mana. Mako flying in with the dredge line, might have overextended himself, but they turned their tails and sights onto Jeje. Hope now back with a vengeance. He's able to get a revenge kill for the side of anyone's legend.
But that TP is so costly. Not only is it those kills that were going on to Tarzan and to Kael, but also now you gave over multiple plates and another wave to the Shy. So if IG can continue to leverage the fact that they are gaining a gold lead for their top laner, I think you're going to be looking back at this play and saying it's pretty costly. Shy in trouble though.
Okay, he's punted back by KL. They should have enough movement speed to lock him down with a pulverize. Even without ultimate, Tarzan should have enough damage to finish off the Shy, but he still has flash and he doesn't.
But he still has her passive before this play starts, and then she also has aftershock. She is never dying for this play, so JJ ends up giving his life. JJ does.
Anyway,
Right.
IG taking the second rotation of grubs here. Tarzan is in the river. First one goes over to IG. Tarzan trying to see if he can at least look for a smite steal on one. But meanwhile, Mako might have been just gifted over to anyone's legend. He's already forced to flash away, but the Glacial Prison right on top of it. But Flandra caught in the bullet time, and Jed just sending it onto Shanks. But the Emperor's Divide just pushes them to the right. And now they find an angle on the Shy where he's forced to flash away, but Tarzan just has the call of the pack to ignore any incoming damage. Rookie still has one more charge of the Spirit Rush, but he's going to use it to get out.
That ultimate onto Mako looked so questionable, but Shanks and Rookie will have teleport. It's way easier for Rookie, though. He just throws out 2 spells, and that mini wave is dead, or as good as dead. JJ trying to find something. It'll be them. Again, just how easy is it for Misfortune to just walk into mid, clear that wave, and then move into Fog of War? We're seeing IG play with it very, very well. They're going to get continuous mid push as Hope now finishing his back, has a Trinity Force, has Muramana as well. So maybe we see on the back end of this trade, the Dragon go over to IG, but the fight go to AL.
Anyone's Legend is going to force a numbers advantage right here by trying to pop the Shy. He doesn't have flash for the next few seconds. IG are just trying to burst down this Dragon as soon as possible. They should be able to get it, but now it's just about the retreat.
We'll have to find another window for them to be able to use this Herald later on in the game.
Definitely makes sense, though, for IG. They're still at the point in the game where the composition is relatively stronger than anyone's Legend, as you called out. You know, 2 items have not been fully completed for every single member on AL's team. However, goes forward in this fight, it's a one-way trip. There's no flash for him to bail out, so Flandra already going to face check into the river. It's a decent chunk of his health bar taken. Nice shock blast from the Shy on the side. He has TP, so I think he's just going to base and look to join the fight again. IG are burning down this Dragon. It puts them at soul point, but anyone's Legend going to say, okay, bet. We're going to crash this Rift Herald into Tier 1. Actually doesn't even get the charge off. It's going to go into the Tier 2, and now as long as anyone's Legend can hold this choke point, they are going to lose 2 turrets in the mid lane. KL doing everything he can. This bullet time is going to force them out, but Rookie was chunked by Flandra by himself. That is just crazy that a Sejuani can do that much damage, and they should be able to get one more charge into the inhibitor tower.
Are they going to get 3 turrets here? Oh
This
my
is
god!
insane.
TP coming in from the Ahri. I mean, she literally just used everything. Still has ultimate, and as long as she has the Foxfire as well, should be able to reposition. Flash
Looking
from
for
Hope.
Yeah. He still has an Arcane Shift if he needs it. Yeah, he goes over the wall. Teleport exchanged for pretty much an Ezreal flash there. Shanks is able to skirt over the wall. No chance for Rookie to lock him down. KL thinking about engaging onto a flashless Jeje. Not going to pull the trigger here. Glacial Prison not available for Flandra, just waiting for it to come back off cooldown. TP out again on a rotation where he's not grouped up with the rest of the team. Otherwise, anyone's Legend win one fight, and then they can just run it down and open mid. Gala could be the target, flashing away from Tarzan. That is just not going to end up well as IG lose out on their Misfortune. Big shutdown going over anyone's Legend's way, and with Mako about to fall next, that's Baron time.
It's Baron or it's Otacon. They can pick their choosing here. I mean, you have Spear of Shojin done. You also have the Zonias completed for Shanks, level 16 as well on this Azir. They're going to look towards this Baron, and it is 3 members of IG. The Shy, Jeje, and Rookie trying to save this game and purchase themselves some space in the series.
Jeje has been a hero in these situations, being able to steal the Baron, but anyone's Legend starting to turn around, and instead of going for a 50-50, trying to at least burst out another member. It's 2k HP. Jeje cannot safely get into the pit. It's a Baron secure for anyone's Legend.
All right, how much can IG get, though? They have priority on mid. Shanks and Tarzan are back. They're not going to even be able to push on this mid wave.
To go for the Dragon. They have Baron buff on their side. It's an open inhibitor. They're looking at the Shy. He doesn't have flash for the Viper 4, and that's a guaranteed 5 versus 4 for the next 50 seconds.
Do they just go for the end of the game? I mean, Shanks can teleport if he needs them. They can just answer on bottom lane wave afterwards. They're not going to continue. They're going to take the inhibitor, take more gold off of the map, and when they're done with this Baron, then they'll move towards the Dragon. Excellent play coming in from AL. I still have to really give it up to their coach, Tabe, one of the most legendary coaches here in the LPL and internationally.
He has a Bloodthirster. He'll be able to heal off the minion wave here. I don't think anyone's legend is really going to get any much more value here unless a pulverized right on top of Rookie. Bullet time isn't really hitting anyone as Hope is taken out of the picture by JJ. It was a solo mission and it is not successful. Hope can still fire Mystic Shot safely from the backline as here comes Shakes. He uses the Emperor's Divide and pushes Gala into the wall. No room for escape. Anyone's legend once again find an ace against everyone on IG and they'll sweep the series.
2-0 twice now in the round robin. AL definitively prove that they are better than Invictus.